What's up everyone, welcome to this video. This is the Sunday update for eFootball and there is a new player pack here. It is the European club midfielders. As many people had guessed, it is Marco Reus who's making his entry in eFootball with a new card along with Shinji Kagawa. And it is the last card of the pack here, a Juan Sebastian Veron. People were speculating that it was going to be Dennis Bergkamp, and in fact it is Juan Sebastian Veron. Perhaps that means that we will get a free Dennis Bergkamp card the same way that we got a free Franz Beckenbauer card last year for the anniversary of the eFootball mobile app. So we will have to see that, but in the meantime, let's have a look at these players here. Marco Reus, left midfielder, whole player, and he seems like he's a pretty decent card. Altogether, he has this offense creator booster, boosting offensive awareness, ball control, low pass, kicking power. Altogether, he is not a bad player. Shinji Kagawa here, a sort of a mid card. I have to say I'm pretty disappointed with the card that they gave this guy. And the headliner of this pack is actually Juan Sebastian Veron, the only one rated 100. A little bit of an underwhelming pack, to be honest. Juan Sebastian Veron, he seems to be the best card here with the counter, booster, low pass, tackling, defensive engagement, and physical contact. So I don't think I'm going to do this pack all together, to be honest. They don't seem to be that good cards, and especially considering that there is no event with the Bundesliga, the German league. So, you know, these Marco Reus and Shinji Kagawa card, they are never going to make the cut to even be on my bench. And because there's no event with the German league, then they will absolutely never play. Juan Sebastian Veron would be perhaps the only player that would get some playtime in the Italian league event, but other than that, then these other two would probably not get much, so I will probably not do them. But we're still gonna have a quick look here at the player leveling that you could go with, and of course the player skills that you could give these guys if you wanted to do them, if you wanted to try to spin for them. Let's quickly go here. We're gonna go into eFootball Hub, the web app of eFootball Hub. If you don't know this, it is one of the best player database that is available. And so if we would come to the leveling here of Marco Reus, this is how I would go about it. I would give him the striker instinct booster. I have him here with Simone Inzaghi. He is my manager. You can, of course, go on this app and you can actually click on this guy and you can change to whichever it is that your manager is. But since I have Inzaghi, we'll leave Inzaghi. And as you can see here, there is actually a way to level up Marco Reus, so he gets a lot of stat above 90, as you can see. And that's the leveling that I would do if I was to get this card. 9 in shooting, 4 in passing, 8 in dribbling, 9 in dexterity, 10 in lower body strength, giving this guy a lot of stats. How many? 5, 6, 7, 10 stats above 90, which is pretty good, to be honest. And, you know, even though his overall rating would only be 103 because he's a left mid, if you play him as a support striker, he could go all the way to 105 in game, so that's pretty good. And when it comes to the skills of the player, let's go back here for a second into the game. When it comes to the player skills here, he comes with the following: double touch, Marseille turn, acceleration burst, his special skill, long-range curler, heel trick, one-time shot, one-touch pass, through passing, pinpoint crossing, outside curler. A lot of good skills here for him. but he's missing a few crucial ones. And so the ones that I would give him, the most important one would be acrobatic finishing. Of course, that's a must for all your offensive players. I would also give him a long range shooting. He has long range curler. Might as well give him the long range shooting to help him a little bit with this long shot. I would give him knuckle shot for the same reason also, and also because I would give him penalty specialist. It would help him with the free kick, and if you give him knuckle shot as well, then his free kicks are going to be very, very good. And because we leveled him up to have over 90 in curve, then he would be pretty dangerous in the free kick if you give him both of those skills. The final one, then it would probably be up to you how you want it. I would go maybe something with soul control, so that he's a little bit better at controlling the ball. And overall, he seems that for a new card, it's a decent card, even though, it's a little bit underwhelming to have a pack where, you have a new card like this and it's not such a great card. But overall, 10 stats above 90, you cannot really complain. But I don't think that going all the way, spinning 150 players to get Marco Reus is something that I would find really worth it. Let's have a look at Shinji Kagawa here. Let's go back into the eFootball hub, and we're going to go to the next tab here. Shinji Kagawa, as you can see, the max rating that you can get out of this guy is only going to be a 100. Why did they do him like that, man? And, I would go with the following progression points here: 4 in shooting, 8 in passing, 12 in dribbling, 8 in dexterity, 6 in lower body strength. I'm pretty sure this is just the basic build here, but really an underwhelming card here. Shinji Kagawa, just a few stats, 6 stats here above 90. And, altogether, offensive awareness only 81, finishing only 81, speed only 82, kicking power only 81, stamina only 81. Wow, that's a pretty bad card. It's almost like they didn't want to make him a real epic card or not a real legend. You'll find, I think, a lot of highlight players or player of the week cards that are going to be much better than this guy. I don't know why they would do him like that. I mean, the way I remember Kagawa, he was pretty good. He had, especially when he was in his Dortmund era, he had a moment where he was actually very good. So I'm not sure why they would do it like that, especially Konami being a Japanese company. You would think that, they would be a little bit chauvinistic and make Kagawa even better than he actually was in real life, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Anyway, if I was to make this Kagawa card, and if I was to give him some additional skills, he comes with the following player skills here: double touch, chop turn, soul control, momentum dribbling, his special skill, long range curler, one-time shot, one touch pass, through passing, pinpoint crossing, and outside curler. And he's very similar in that way to Marco Reus. And so I would give him perhaps the same skills in terms of long range shooting, acrobatic finishing, and knuckle touch. And then I would add a few passing skills like a weighted pass and a no-look pass, because his main thing is basically his passing. It's only stats that he has above 90. So, why not help him and give him as much passing skills as you can. And now we're going to look here at the final guy, Juan Sebastian Veron, the main man here in this pack, and perhaps the best part, the most playable card of this pack. And as you can see, he doesn't have a lot of stats also above 90, but he has a lot of stats in the mid 80s, and he is a pretty physical player. So I would give him basically the technique booster, also with Simone Inzaghi. And I would give him technique because it's going to add a little bit in dribbling stats and also in passing. And like that, you're going to be able to take a few points away here from dribbling and passing and give him in defending and aerial strength. You're going to want this guy to be strong in the midfield. He was sort of like one of those rugged players, and you want to take advantage of that. You want to take, you want to make him as strong as possible so that he can boss the midfield with his physical ability, and then his technical ability will be able to shine, once you have leveled him up a little bit higher in both defense and aerial. And so, that's why I went with 8 in passing, 8 in dribbling, 5 in dexterity, 8 in lower body strength, 8 in aerial strength, and 8 in defending. And as you can see, that makes him a pretty rounded player. He has a lot of areas where he's pretty decent. He's not exceptional in any of them except passing and dribbling. But, because he has, as you can see, 87 in physical contact, 89 in defensive awareness, 86 in speed, 86 in balance, then he's going to be a force to reckon with in the midfield. Now, when it comes to the skills that I would give this guy, then he comes with the following one: a rising shot, a long-range shooting, one-time shot, one-touch pass, through passing, weighted pass, outside curler, visionary pass, his special skill, low lofted pass, and fighting spirit. So he has all the stats, all the skills that are necessary for an offensive player. And as you can see, he has none of the skills that a defending player needs. And so, sort of going along with the distribution of the progression points, where I decided to, give him those defensive points, I would also give him those defensive skills. That would be acrobatic clearance, man marking, interception, sliding tackle, and blocker. And if you do that, you boost him in the defensive stats and you boost him in the defensive skills. Now he's going to be a very strong defender, and because he comes out of the box with a very good set of attacking abilities and progression points, then he's going to be sort of this all-around midfielder. And as you see, his player ID is box to box, and if you do that, he's sort of going to be a boss in the midfield. And altogether, I think he's the most interesting card in this pack. Definitely the most interesting player. Is he worth it to do the whole pack? I don't think so. Like, if you spin this pack and you get Juan Sebastian Veron on the first try, then that definitely was a bargain. But going all the way and opening the 150 players just to get this guy, I don't think it is quite worth it, especially knowing that we have Ruud Gullit and Frank Rijkaard coming now, perhaps as soon as this Wednesday or next Sunday. So a lot of good cards are going to come out now in the next few days, and this pack is a little bit underwhelming this Sunday. So, my advice to you is keep your coins and wait a few more days, because, first of all, we're going to have some promotions here from now until the end of this month for the anniversary of the eFootball app. And then we're going to have some massive players with the two Dutchmen, the two giants, Ruud Gullit and Frank Rijkaard, coming very soon. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hit me with that like, and sub to the channel. Hit me with that like, and click the effing bell. Click that bit, alright. The algo recommends, for she don't like. The algo knows you well. Hit me with that like, subscribe to the channel. Hit me with that like, and click the effing bell.